I'll call to order the November 11th, 2024 meeting of the Marquette City Commission. If you would please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Tonight is slightly unusual. This is the City Commission's annual organizational meeting. A bit unusual. The makeup of the commission's changing, so we're going to delay the roll call for a moment. And the first step would be to administer the oaths of office to the incoming commissioners. I know it's starting on the wrong end, but we'll start with Commissioner Gottlieb alphabetically. If you want to just join me up at the lectern. Then you find the one with your name on it, and just repeat after me. I, Carrie Gottlieb,
I, Carrie Gottlieb,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Marquette City Commissioner.
of the office of the,
Marquette City Commissioner.
Marquette City Commissioner,
According to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
I was doing so well for a minute.
We'll count it.
Thanks.
And then I got another one for you here too.
Thanks.
You can just leave them there.
Yes, sir.
And Commissioner Ottaway? We'll say elected.
Thank you.
But you've done it before.
Done it before.
I, Jeremy Ottaway,
I, Jeremy Ottaway,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Marquette City Commissioner
of the office of Marquette City Commissioner
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Taking this pen, I don't have one.
It's yours. This one. Good job. And then just-
You want to send this one too? No.
Okay, and the next item on the agenda is going to be the election of mayor for the coming year. So this is kind of the same thing we've done the last few times. You guys have ballots in front of you, each commissioner. There are two colors. I think one of them is orange-ish. So that would be the ballot for mayor. And if you make your selection for mayor, this is what essentially amounts to a straw poll. So I'm going to come around, collect the ballots. The chief and I will look them over and announce the results, but we're still going to need a motion and a vote to actually elect the mayor. Print so many of these ballots. Okay, so on the first vote, there were 7 votes for Commissioner Hanley. So again, we would need a motion and a second for that, if anybody is willing to make that motion. Commissioner Davis?
I make a motion to install, what am I supposed to be doing? I make a motion to
I'd say a point.
appoint Jessica Hanley as Marquette City Mayor.
And a second, Commissioner Schlegel?
I second the motion.
Okay, is there any discussion on the motion? With that, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
And the motion passes 7-0 to appoint Jess Hanley mayor for the coming year. If you want to meet me up front, we will fill in. For the election now for the mayor pro tem, right? Here, we'll get that to you. I, Jessica Hanley,
I, Jessica Hanley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Mayor of the City of Marquette,
of the office of Mayor of the City of Marquette,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Handshakes again.
Yay.
And then
Jessica, did he steal the pen?
Signing. It's presumptuous. If for somebody. What's that? I'm okay. I mean,
We can share.
we'll be okay. Thank you, though.
Okay, and then the last real item is to do the same thing, but for Mayor Pro Tem. So you guys have a different colored sheet. You can make your selection on that. The feeling people are probably already ahead of me, and I'll come around and pick those up. I'm always trying.
It's a waste of paper. Got your name on it.
I know, but I don't.
I'll take it back for next vote. Got you for 3 years.
And there's nobody term limited.
That's true. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Okay, and with another unanimous opinion poll, Commissioner Schlegel is got the most votes for Mayor Pro Tem. Again, if we could do a motion in second. Anybody so willing? Commissioner Ottaway.
I move to appoint Commissioner Schlegel as Mayor Pro Tem.
Commissioner Larson.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Commissioner Schlegel, if you'd like to join me to do the oath, I'll try to find a pen. I, Paul Schlegel,
I, Paul Schlegel,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and the Charter of the City of Marquette,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Marquette
of the office of Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Marquette
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Okay, I lied. There's one more thing on the agenda, which is the roll call of the commission. Commissioner Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Gottlieb,
Here.
Commissioner Larson,
Here.
Commissioner Mayer,
Here.
Commissioner Ottaway,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Schlegel,
Here.
and Mayor Hanley.
Here.
And with that, I will get out of the way and turn the meeting over to the mayor.
Thank you. All right. That moves us to the next portion, which is the approval of the agenda. Commissioners, we have an agenda in front of us. Do we have a motion? Commissioner Gottlieb?
Move to accept the agenda as written.
All right, a second. Commissioner Larson?
I second that.
All right, any discussion? All right. Hearing none, all in favor, please say yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, all opposed? Motion passes 7-0. I have no announcements today, so that brings us to our public comment portion of the meeting. Public comments may not exceed 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and physical address when making public comments. Do we have anyone for public comment this evening?
Jenna Smith, 1721 Kildall Avenue in Marquette. Just wanted to say congratulations to Commissioner Gottlieb, Commissioner Ottaway, and also to our new Mayor Hanley and our Pro Tem Schlegel, and to also thank Mayor Davis for her excellent work over the last year. Sort of during some turbulent times and some difficult leadership was needed, and we appreciate your help. And also Pro Tem Hanley for your service during that time. Looking forward to being a civilian, and it is really easy to rest knowing that we've got really strong democracy here in the city of Marquette. We've got folks that are going to do the hard work, keep things transparent, keep things relatable, and I appreciate all of your work. Thank you.
Anyone else for public comment? All right, seeing none, public comment is now closed, which moves us to our consent agenda, which will be a roll call vote. Commissioners, do we have a motion? Pro Tem Schlegel?
I would make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Do we have a second? Commissioner Ottaway?
Second.
Any discussion? All right, City Clerk, can you please conduct a roll call vote?
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Gottlieb,
Yes.
Commissioner Larson,
Yes.
Commissioner Mayer,
Yes.
Commissioner Ottaway,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Schlegel,
Yes.
and Mayor Hanley.
Yes. All right, the motion passes 7-0. Seeing as we have no new business on our agenda today, that brings us to our second public comment session of the evening. Do we have anyone that would like to speak for public comment? Please clearly state your name and physical address if you have not already. All right, seeing none, public comment is now closed, and that brings us to comments from the commission. Why don't we start all the way down at the end with Commissioner Larson?
Sure thing. I guess just to start, I'd like to extend a welcome to Commissioner Gottlieb and congratulate Commissioner Ottaway on his reelection. Also, congratulations to our newly appointed mayor and Mayor Pro Tem. And of course, thank you to Commissioner Davis for serving this last year. But I guess, it's a reminder of the shared leadership and collaboration that we all have on the commission. I'm certainly looking forward to sharing the next year with you all. Thank you.
Commissioner Mayer?
I don't think I have anything really further to add. I'm just going to say ditto.
Perfect. Commissioner Ottaway.
I want to say thank you to Commissioner Davis. First off, you were a fabulous mayor for the last year. I told Sally already that I was so happy to be able to sit next to her during her time as mayor. It gave me a different perspective on really just how organized you really should be when you're doing these things. If you're not aware, she's got a huge notebook in front of her and she's writing everything down. So she is an example of exemplary leadership, and I hope to, take that from her. So thank you, Sally, so much. I also want to thank the over 3,500 people that actually cast a ballot in my name, which is crazy to think about. Regardless if you voted for me or not, I'm glad we had such a high voter turnout in the city. It was amazing. It was good to see. The early voting clearly worked in the city of Marquette. We had a lot of people turn out for that. Absentee voting worked as well. And really, there was a longer pause, I feel like, than usual, but once I saw what the voter turnout was, it was understandable. So good job to all of those involved, as far as our city clerk's office goes and everyone that volunteered to make our election safe and really successful. I just want to say one more thing. It is a very interesting feeling to be sitting here as an elected official as opposed to an appointed one. For the last 2 years, I've served, obviously at the will of the commission, because they put me in a spot. So to feel empowered after knocking, well over 1,000 doors and talking to so many people, it really gives me a new drive and energy to really, make sure I'm doing the work of the people in the community. So if you haven't talked to me in the past and you feel like you need to speak to a commissioner, I'm always available. And I'm willing to talk to anyone, anytime about anything. So I look forward to the next 3 years, and I hope I can keep people, on my side a little bit. Thank you.
Well, speaking of elections, we did have one last Tuesday, and it went really well here in the city of Marquette. A lot of that has to do with our city clerk, and I want to thank him for all of the work that he did and the studying that he does beforehand. But he doesn't do it alone. He has a staff, and he has a great number of election workers, and it was really nice to see how well things went. And it's just a show of how well our democracy goes when you see how smoothly things went here in Marquette. Also, it is on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month was when World War II ended, or World War I ended, excuse me, I better check my history, and that was Armistice Day. We now know it as Veterans Day, and I want to make sure that we acknowledge that today. These are it could be ourselves, it could be our family members, it could be our coworkers, our friends, and somebody in the community. We actually have one here on the commission, sitting to my right, Commissioner Mayer, and I just want to make sure that we all have a chance to just stop and acknowledge that that happens, that people give of their time and their service to our country. So also, congratulations to Commissioner Ottaway and to Commissioner Gottlieb on their election. Commissioner Ottaway, it's really been nice having you sit next to me this year, and you were a great advisor and co-companion in one of our major issues that we have dealt with this year, and I really appreciated that help. And Commissioner Gottlieb, you have done so much for the community in a lot of different roles, and I'm really glad to see you here on the commission. There's something that happened with this commission, and I don't think it has ever happened in our history, but I want you to take a look at all of these people, these 7 people up here. We represent 6 different decades of life. We have someone in their 20s, someone in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And, I think that's pretty significant because each generation has their own issues and their own concerns, and we have an understanding of all of those things. So feel free to contact any one of us. Our phone numbers and our emails are on the website. And with that, I also want to congratulate our new mayor and our new mayor pro tem. It is going to be a good year, and I really look forward to your leaderships. With that, I think it's already been mentioned that I am now leaving the mayor role, and it's, they talk about an honor and a privilege, and I can't think of any other words than those to recognize what happened this past year. And so I really appreciate the confidence and the support from the commission. I really appreciate the administration and their tolerance for when I pushed issues. And mostly I appreciate the community, and I loved every time I had a conversation in the grocery store or on the sidewalk, or when I got an email or a phone call. And, you know, there were very kind words, and there were also times when people presented issues that would challenge me. And thank you so much for all of those emails and phone calls and conversations. But I'm not going anywhere. I have one more year. And again, please feel free to contact me.
Thanks. You guys pretty much knocked it out of the park. Welcome to the two new commissioners. Excited to work with both of you. I was really hoping that that we would be able to maintain a very strong commission, and I think that, you know, time will tell, but I think we're all headed in the right path. I'm not going to tell you which decade I'm part of in there, but that's an interesting fact. Thanks for that. Interesting. Sally, Commissioner, former Mayor Sally, Commissioner Davis, I've really enjoyed having you as our leader this past year. Mayor Hanley's got her work cut out for her to hold up to such high standards, and thank you so much for everything that you've done to represent the community and to be the voice in that role this past year. Thank you for that. And I just want to echo the sentiment to the clerk's office and I guess, you know, not just the city of, but, you know, county. It seemed like everything really went incredibly smoothly during this past massive election. And so, you know, to take all of these new approaches to the early voting and things along those lines, plus all the mailing and stuff, that's just a ton of work for these people. And it just, I wanted to hear something like, hey, we're behind or something along those lines, but they just didn't. They just stuck with it, and they did a fabulous job. So thank you for all the work, and please pass it along to all the people. I did my best when I was at the polling booth to stop and say thank you to the people working there, but if you're out there listening, thank you for your efforts. On a personal note, if anybody is over on off of Wright Street, I have acquired a chicken overnight in my yard, and if anybody is out there watching that has chickens, I may have your chicken, and I would really like to return it to you versus having it in my yard. So please, let me know.
Commissioner Gottlieb?
Well, first, I want to kind of echo what's been said. I'm surprised, awed, and humbled by my election. I wasn't expecting. I'm surprised, awed, and humbled by my election. I'll leave it at that. I will do my best to serve the city commission and the city. I realize whose seat I'm sitting in, and man, this is going to be a tough seat to fill. I hope I can do it justice. And congratulations, Mayor Hanley.
Perfect. All right. I would like to start by thanking our city staff for the elections work as well. When I went in to vote at 5 p.m. on election day, there were 20 people lined up in day of registration to get registered to vote. And it was running smoothly, and it was efficient, and it was really nice to see what a well-oiled machine the city staff has done with elections. So thank you, Kyle, and to all of your staff, and to everyone else that had everything to do with elections. I also really hope that the state of Michigan continues to do those cool stickers for the upcoming elections. They were fantastic. I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the commission for their support in electing me as mayor this year. I'm honored to have had the opportunity to serve this community for 4 years so far, and I look forward to the year ahead and all of the things we can achieve together. I feel like in the last year especially, we have become a very great commission, working together, hearing each other's ideas, and I'd like to see that continue. I do want to express my deepest gratitude to Sally. You taught me so much as your pro tem with how to lead and how organized you are and how much you put into this job. Your work ethic is unmatched, and your dedication to this city is unwavering. You led us with integrity, and I think the reason this commission became as close with working relationships was because of the way you led us. And I really hope that I can make you proud as I step into this role and be at least part of the mayor that you were for us. So thank you for that. With that, I will bring comments for the city manager.
Thank you. Not much to report at this moment, but there is community office hours with the city manager, myself, at the Peter White Public Library this Wednesday, November 13th, starting at 10 a.m. until noon. So please come on over, have a cup of coffee, have a conversation, and we can talk about the many things that are happening around the city. But generally, people like to come and just kind of bring their lists or just chat and hear what's going on. So come visit us, and we will see you then. And that's all I got. Thank you.
With that, we are adjourned at 7:25. You want to smack that for me? Thank you.